Concord released to complete an utter failure, but that does not mean it's a failure for gamers. You see, anytime an agenda-driven game fails, that's a win for real gamers everywhere. Real gamers unite. Grab yourself a coffee or juice, maybe even a croissant, and get settled in, because we're going to talk about diversity's latest verifiable victim, Concord. I'm Fox, and this is RealMarcFoxx, your home for rational, reasonable, real gamers. Let's roll that intro.
I don't have to tell you things are bad. Everybody knows things are bad.
Despite abysmal numbers during the free open beta of the game, they went ahead forward with that $40 price of admission. And how did it go? Well, just as you would expect.
Oh my God!
There are so many other free hero shooters out there. The old-fashioned Team Fortress 2, Valorant, Apex Legends, Deadlock Beta from Valve, Overwatch 2, Battleborn, Fortnite if you count that one, Warframe, the list goes on and on. So many games where you can get in the door for absolute free. Who would want to pay $40 for such a similar game? Why would any real gamer want to pay a $40 price of admission to play a nearly dead game with ugly, repulsive characters? Firewalk Studios spent 8 years developing this, so we can imagine the high cost of production is somewhere in the vicinity of $50 to $150 million. And you think they're even going to recoup a portion of that? Not a chance at this point.
I don't think so. And I'm never wrong about this stuff. Never.
After an embarrassingly pathetic showing at the open beta, the only hope they had was to shift to a free-to-play model. Not only that, but to go back and redesign the characters so they're not ugly DEI caricatures, but they did neither. Concord failed to reach even 700 concurrent players. When I last looked, there were only 372 people playing the Steam version of this game worldwide. I guess server load isn't going to be a problem here, huh? One thing they don't have to worry about is the load on the servers because there's nobody playing. One of the Firewalk Studios devs went on a rampage on X, formerly known as Twitter, calling gamers talentless freaks and hiding replies, then asking them to pay $8 to show the reply, an obvious attempt to mock Elon Musk's highly successful paid tier for X. It seems that DEI design games and lashing out at gamers just go hand in hand, don't they? It's like anytime they make a DEI game and people say they don't like it, they gotta lash out, call them all sorts of horrible names. I mean, if a gamer doesn't like your game, they're obviously a terrible person, right? Like a
racist. That's racist! Or a bigot, or a homophobe, or a transphobe.
LGBTQIAP plus Free Palestine, BLM, and trans rights are human rights.
Am I right, guys?
Gamers are weird, aren't they? I mean, what's weirder than wanting your game to look good and not look like DEI degenerate garbage? Ignoring the faux diversity dump of 16 sickening-looking characters, the gameplay is nothing special either. Even disgusting DEI-tolerant gamer reviewers are claiming the game just doesn't offer anything special to justify purchasing a ticket to what is ultimately a repetitive and routine ride. You've been on this one before. It's that roller coaster at that off-name theme park that just feels like the cheapest, smallest roller coaster at the better ones. I mean, who wants attractive characters in their games? Obviously nobody. None of the games with attractive characters are popular. This vapid, vain venture into DEI despondency is not worth anyone's time, and the player count on Concord is more than proof of that. Redfall was considered an abject failure, the butt of many jokes about bad design and a warning to developers everywhere, and yet Concord couldn't achieve even 1/10 the numbers of Redfall. This game failed beyond any prognosticator's prescience, even falling so low in the numbers that pedophiles are taking an interest. Should you consider picking up a copy of Concord and trying it out?
Do I look like an idiot?
No.
Well, of course, I'm kidding. That's obviously a flippantly facetious question. No, you shouldn't. Concord is not only a waste of 40 opportunities to show a girl how well she's dancing at the gentleman's club, it's also a complete squandering of your hard-earned income. somehow Concord manages to be even gayer than vaping. So whether they continue to lash out in ill-tempered rage or stay quiet and brood over some of the lowest numbers this side of President Biden's approval rating, the developers of Concord have nothing but doom and gloom to look forward to. A sincere sorry to all the devs who worked hard on Concord only to see it flop harder than a mud skipper on caffeinated steroids.
It's muddy, mud skipper, it's muddy.
But sometimes failure is a necessary step to healing. Firewalk Studios is destined for death, and that will only help heal this alien industry of the disease-ridden DEI defilement that plagues it. In all seriousness, Firewalk Studios spent
8 years
working on this game. Numerous people worked on this game from all different levels, and programmers, designers, graphics artists, people working in the architecture, the online components. And I'm sure that there were only a handful, maybe a dozen or two people who injected this evil, woke garbage into it and effectively put the nail in the coffin of this game. And to every one of you devs out there that worked on Concord and did your best and are not woke, or at least you don't push it into the game, I'm sorry that you worked so hard for 8 years of your life to see it all destroyed because of this agenda-driven, disgusting, degenerate DEI ideology. That's sad. Woke kills games, woke kills studios, and woke kills jobs. Woke is evil. Never go woke, or you might just go broke. Shame on the disgusting DEI dimwits who caused the failure of Concord when this game could have had a chance. Might it have failed without the DEI designs?
Sure.
Plenty of games fail that don't have any obvious DEI agenda-driven nonsense in it, but Concord didn't stand a chance with these 16 ugly, degenerate characters. But in the end, devs must suffer from the decisions of their studios, right or wrong, good or bad. So cheers to the downfall of Concord and the eventual, almost certain closure of Firewalk Studios. It must be done if this industry is going to heal itself of the DEI ESG plague that ails it. The taste of the salty tears of the DEI degenerates. May all current and future developers take note. Don't repeat the mistakes of your peers. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you here, but don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and tap that notification bell icon. And a huge thank you and shout out to Super Real Gamer Drunken Dwarf and Real Gamer Cornelius Noland. And consider joining the channel. It's as cheap as $1.99 and you get to enjoy all these special perks. Click join now. And if you want to support my channel in another way, consider picking up my novel, New Tokyo. It's available on Amazon in Kindle, Kindle Unlimited, and paperback formats. Link in the description. And, as always, my friends, for Fox's sake, stay real, keep playing, and never forget, yesterday's tomorrow is today's today.
Thing sucks!
What the f is this piece of shit?